Good morning and welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. It's a week after Tim Knight's auction, which was pretty successful. I did mention I was going to go for all the prices, but I'm pretty sure you've got an angle on that and got all your prices off of the internet, so I won't bother wasting your time with that. So I'm going to go through the bits and pieces that I bought at Tim's this week. So the first one was this lovely sheet of 1931 New Zealand signatures, starting at the top with Tim Lowry. In the description it said, New Zealand cricket team 1931, large page signed in ink by all 14 members of the New Zealand touring party to England. Signatures include Lowry, Merritt, blah 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 blah. And there was a couple of little folds in there that interrupted Lowry's signature. And when I got them, a little tiny fold there which I managed to get out, and there was the remaining bit of Lowry's signature, so I was quite happy with that. But having read the description, and when they turned up in the week, there's 14 players on there, as you can see. There's the 1931 New Zealand side, 14 players on there. So I thought, fantastic. And then I looked down them and I thought, there's one missing, which was James, KC James, the wicketkeeper. I thought, well, that's a bit odd. There's 14 on there, 14 on there. What's going on? So anyway, it suddenly dawned on me after a while that Blunt had actually signed it twice. He signed it here and here. And to be fair, they're slightly different signatures on that. The RC is a little bit different. So there's another angle there on different signatures. So whether he was in a bit more of a rusher last time, I don't know. But anyway, it's a nice set of signatures, and I sussed out that there was only 13 there, so we're missing James. So I'll put the alert out for that on Facebook, and I think I've had a positive result on that, so I'm quite happy with that. And then there was the Richardson, AJ Richardson from 1926 postcard. Signed, lovely signature there from AJ Richardson. This is a Empire postcard. This is the first one of this 1926 series I've got, so on the hunt for all the other ones now, I suppose, at the next auctions to go with the 1930 set. That's a nice one now. I'm quite pleased with Mr. Richardson, so happy with that. The other thing that's turned up this week on Tim Knight's was this lovely, get the other bits off of it, this photograph here of Jardine and Hobbs coming out to bat at Melbourne, and this is Jack Hobbs's last test match or innings against Australia, in Australia should I say, and he got 65 I think it was, and when he was on 18 I think, he was first man to pass 5,000 runs in test cricket. Jardine got naught on this occasion, unfortunately. He didn't play again for England for another couple of seasons. When he played against India, was captain of India, then obviously the famous Bodyline tour. So quite a nice photograph that. A few issues with it, but not too bad. And on there it's got Hobbs and Jardine, 5th Test Melbourne, March 1929, from Bob to Ralph. So I'm not quite sure who they were, unfortunately. There's an inscription on the back as well, which has gone down quite nicely. So shows up the iron fence as well, lovely there at Melbourne. So I'm quite pleased with that. The other thing that turned up this week was this lovely colour postcard here of Frank Laver, which is a nice colour postcard of Hawkins' photograph when he was down in Brighton. This is taken at Hove, this one, coloured in. Unfortunately, as you can see there, he's got a brown cap, so I don't quite know what that's all about. But also on the back there, got a nice bit of authenticity there of the postally used back of that, 1909. It's from Murray Bridge, South Australia, 19th July 1909. And it's from his brother to his sister, which is quite nice. So that's a rather nice image there. They come from Australia as well, so I'm quite pleased with that little image. And the other thing that turned up this week was a Frank Tarrant signature, which is there. Frank Tarrant, Middlesex and Victoria player. And there's another photograph there of Tarrant, because the reason I got that signature is because it's not, although it's signed quite nicely, it's not really visible on his picture here with the 1935-36 Australians. And there's the Tarrant's tour to India, also sponsored by the whisky company Triple X, or Triple A should I say. So that's quite a nice signature there. And there's a nice photograph here. If anybody of you've got Golden Ages, echoes from the Golden Age from Duncan Anderson, there's a nice signed postcard there of Tarrant there, Victoria Middlesex, 1880 to 1951. So there we are. So that's quite a nice image there of Tarrant. So quite a nice few pieces there for him. So anyway, that's all that's turned up this week, and I'm very pleased with what I've got. So hopefully that's made a great impression on the collection. So anyway, things behind me today. I've got a 1922-23 photograph of MCC in South Africa, and this was George Street's copy. George Street's up there, wicketkeeper, who went over there to replace Livesey, who'd broken his finger on the tour, which is a great shame for him. But a lovely photograph there with FT Man captain in the side. We've got in there, we've got Woolley, Sandham, Macaulay, Brown, Kennedy, Mead, Street, Jupp, Fender, Mann, Gillingham, and A.W. Carr, Nottinghamshire captain. So that's a lovely image there, and that was George Street's copy. So I'm quite pleased to have that. And the other thing behind me today you might have noticed is the replica 2015 World Cup. This is Australia beat New Zealand, and there's 2015 of those, which come in a lovely presentation case, which is here. Comes in that nice presentation case there with a card on it there. So that's a bit of my new memorabilia in that one. So hope you enjoyed that. So anyway, I think that's about all I can muster up this week. Just a few bits and pieces that came through. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next one.